So what is a buy box and why is it important to have one? A buy box for a real estate investor is basically your own self-regulated set of parameters that you have to adhere by in order to buy a flip or a rental. Typically, they can be, hey, I won't buy something in XYZ area, or I will buy something that meets the following requirements. It's the square footage. Maybe you don't want to buy something over 2,500 square feet or under 1,000 square feet. You want the year build to be a set parameters. You're going to buy in this zip code, not that zip code, or this particular neighborhood. Maybe you're okay with having a buy box of, I will buy something that needs a new roof, but I won't buy something that needs a new HVAC system. So giving yourself that set rules that you won't buy in actually keeps you really safe. And the reason why it keeps you safe is because of in analysis paralysis, where you won't buy anything because you're just afraid to make an action. Other people will do the exact opposite and just buy something because they think there's money in the deal, and they end up getting trounced on it just because they didn't exactly know exactly what they were getting themselves into. I have one of our coworkers, he purchased a flip. He didn't have a buy box at the time. He purchased a flip and tons of unknown headaches. And he had difficulty selling the property. He has now since created his own buy box that doesn't include the house properties that he flipped. And he came over to me and he was like, it's really hard to buy a flip now that I have a buy box. And I was like, that's kind of the point of a buy box. You got to make sure that you've got this set parameters, and all of us are deal junkies, right? We want the next deal. But if you grab something and you're not ready for it, or you don't have a set parameters, you can end up buying something that you might later regret. So having a defined buy box is super important to keep yourself safe. And again, those parameters could be based on area, what city you want to buy in, could be based on property characteristics, bed bath size, year built, square footage, and it also could be based on the types of rehabs you are comfortable and or not comfortable in. For example, we have modified our buy box for rentals over the years just based out of experience. For us, our current buy box for rentals, this does not include flips. We have a different buy box for that. For rentals, we will not buy a pier and beam foundation home for rental. It's just given us too many headaches and hassles over the years with tenants. So we will only buy slab foundations. So having that, and that's an intricacy, right? It took us years to figure that out. So your buy box will always move, but having one is super important to define one before you buy anything.